Hello, it's Sue Verhoeven here. I hope you're having lovely days, evenings, mornings, afternoons, wherever you're coming in from. I thought I'd do a little video for you today in the daylight because I've got myself into a bit of a pickle today. I had a shower this morning and my bandage came off. So I'm home alone and I don't really know what to do because it's a bit cold. So I'm in one of my pyjama tops, which is it's the only top I've got that it's not covered. So here is what it looks like today, and I'm just going to check that you can see that. That's what it looks like. Oh yeah, you can see that. So that's what it looks like today. I'm going to have a little look at the video and see what it looks like. I had to go outside, and because it's cold outside I didn't want to go out half naked, so I put a top on, which has irritated it a bit, catching on the stitches. So I don't know whether to wash it again. Not sure if that's the right thing to do. I think I will try and wash it again. I don't really want to get into the shower again, so I've just all dressed and got all my cream on and everything. I'm going to try and wash it again, I think. And then so I've got to go and pick my son up at some point, so I'm going to have to go half naked in my pyjamas to pick my son up. But I have this bandage. I don't know if you can see through it, but see, it's no, you can't see through it, can you? Well, it's that big. I'll fold it up so you can see how big it is. It's that big, and the dressing bit is about, it's all very technical, is that big. So in comparison to these, which we put on, hang on, I've got to open this box now, we've got another box of these. Yeah, so the area is as big as this that we were using. These are I've opened it upside down, typical, the Band-Aid ones, not the Kroger, did I say it right? Not the Kroger ones, the ones that are slightly like half an inch bigger all round. So I reckon what I might be able to do is I might be able to just stick it on without sticking the sticky to the stitches. Of course, if I get it wrong, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. So what I'm going to do is sign off from this video now and get something ready to wash it with, I think, and then pat it dry. But the bandage has been off for, I don't know what time it is now. What time is it now? What time is it? It is 12:50. It's probably been off for about 2.5 hours. I've been in my room kind of tidying up things, emptying a drawer that was full of a load of nonsense so I could fit things that were all over the place that I use regularly in the drawer, doing a slight declutter, which has made me feel really good. But now I'm kind of stuck. I've got the heating on in the house because I'm cold, and I normally wear my fleece, but I don't want to put the fleece on because it's not clean. Although I did have it on. Well, it's not clean, but yeah, so it was kind of a bit like that when I took the top off after I'd been out to feed the pigs. And I don't know if it's just because it had kind of caught the little ends of the stitches and kind of jangled it a bit, or whether it's just all in my head. Anyway, so I'm going to get some stuff to wash it, and I hope you're not all horrified. The only thing I can do is wait another 2 hours, drive with it uncovered, and then get my son to stick a bandage on it. Because I missed Dr. Gilmore did one of his vignettes yesterday, and I was actually awake. I was desperately trying to post the video from yesterday when Wink wasn't feeling very well, and it kept saying error uploading. So at 2 in the morning when he was going, oh, is Sue on there? I thought, I don't know, she never goes to sleep, and blah, 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 blah. I was actually awake, and I don't know why my phone didn't notify me that he was on live, because I would have loved to have joined him. But maybe I'll liaise with him and find out what time he's going on live, because he goes on Mondays and Thursdays, because that's when he does his fasting. So I suppose he sort of gets out of the way while everyone else is eating. So see if I can come on live, you know, on the live YouTube, because that would have been a lot of fun. And he was like, he sent me an email as well, which I read and replied to this morning. But I was just there, I was up, I had the phone next to me, but I suppose it was uploading the video to YouTube, so it wasn't giving me any notifications. So I shall have to look out on Monday nights in future. Okay, I'm going to get some stuff to wash it with, and I shall show you what I'm doing with it. Bit apprehensive because I've got a flannel and all the little things might catch on the stitches. So yes, let's see how I get on. Hello, it's me back again. So I've got some hot soapy water here in a clean bowl that's been in the dishwasher, and I've got a clean flannel out of the airing cupboard. I'm having to bob down, which is good. I can get some squats in while I do this as well. I know, I'm just terrible. So I'm going to try and make it a wet pad. And I don't have any gloves to put on, but I didn't wash myself with gloves in the shower, so I think I'm going to use some of this just to kind of give it some soap, really. So I'll dip it in a bit more, and then I have to see if you can see it. This is all very complicated manoeuvre here, because I want to see that you can see what I'm doing. So let me give you another look at it. Yeah, I think you can see there, can't you? I'm using my iPad. So I'm going to keep very still so that you can have a good old look. So here I go, having to wash it. You can hear the soap, can't you? Feels quite good, actually. Sort of putting some pressure on it. It feels really, really flat. I don't want to scrub, I just want to pat. I don't know, does that look like it's got soap on it? Probably not. So hard to see. So hard to see. Anyway, I'm just going to give it another pat. Give it another dipperoonie in the hot water. It's nice and hot actually, which is feeling good. More hot water. Soapy water. Again, there's no soap, there's no chemicals, there's no parabens, there's no mineral oil, there's no actual soap, there's nothing in this that can harm my skin in any way. Right, okay. So now I'm going to turn this over to a bit that hasn't got any soap on and run it under the hot tap to rinse it. And I'll just squeeze it out actually. And it's very hot, it's burning my fingers, not that you can see because my sink's over here. Oh. Right, okay, let's kind of rinse it now with another part of it. Felt good in the shower because the shower's like little needles pricking it, which is like a bit of itching, a bit of scratching via water. Right, I think I've done enough of that now. And I have another clean flannel that's straight out of the wash. I'm going to try and dry it. Right, I'll just kind of let that dry without me rubbing it, I think is the best thing to do. Right, I have some application for a P.O. box news. I sent it off and the bozos have come back with, you won't believe this, as my house was built in about 1917, a few years before my neighbour was born. It was built by two of her uncles. Don't know if you can read that. We're unable to process your request as the postal address stated on your application form is not currently listed on the Royal Mail's postal database. So, strange that I've been receiving mail for like all the 14 years I've lived here. Anyway, so I've been on the phone to one of those premium rate numbers for ages, and they've confirmed that that's a mistake. So I'm just having to reapply for that again. So I've actually applied for that online now. I'm not doing this whole postal thing because it's not worked. So the closest date it'll allow me to start it from is the 14th of November. I think that's probably dry now. Let's do a squat because as I'm bending over. So yeah, I thought I could do a few squats, couldn't I? So I'm doing some squats now. Haven't really done any leg exercises. I mean, some of you have asked me to do some kind of exercises just for the lower half, and I think, you know, sitting on a chair, and I think I should do that because I don't know if you ever notice when I'm bending down. When I was feeding Jagger the other night, when I bend down, I pull this arm up so that I don't stretch. So my natural movement is to do this whenever I'm bending, because if I don't, it hurts. So back into a squat so that you can see me. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try and put this bandage on. I reckon I can do it. Because then I can get dressed, which would be really nice because I'm cold. See, it's quite big, isn't it? So, how am I going to do this? Oh no, I'm not sticking that one on. It's sticky all over. Okay, back to plan A of just being half naked for the day. I don't want to put any clothes on it. In fact, Dr. Gilmore said in his vignette that I could probably go back to just putting a bit of gauze on it and just taping it, not needing to put the adhesive on it anymore, because he did say with prolonged use it can cause irritation, and I think my skin is beginning to get irritated. Have a look, see what you think, because it's been off for ages now. See, there is a distinct red mark around where the glue's been stuck on. So I think it's just going to have to be open to the air until I can get my lovely son. Let's just put this up. I've done enough squats. It'll have to be as it is until I pick my son up. So I'll have to go out. I don't know, there's no clothes really without a back on them. I can put a scarf round my front or maybe something like that. If I had an old top, I might cut a hole out of the back of it so it could be warm. But I'm just going to have to put up with it. I don't want to put any clothes against it, just in case any infection gets in it. I had one on for a few minutes and, you know, it was like this afterwards and I was like, oh. I think that's all psychological though, because as soon as I stopped thinking about it, it went away. So yeah, that's all I've really got to say. So hopefully it won't take me 15 hours to get this video uploaded. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but it keeps just having an error message. So I'm just like deleting it, re-uploading it, deleting it, re-uploading it. And, you know, it took about 5 hours last night. Hence why I was up at 2 in the morning, but unfortunately not on with Dr. Gilmore, which was a big shame. Okay, lots of love to you lovely lovelies, and I will see you later on when Wink will change the bandage for me again. All right then, bye. Mwah.